This is the song that plays on the Runaway Guys player game.
All right, all together now.
Warning, there's a possibility of seizures. Warning, there's a possibility of seizures. Please
Don't catch your teeth too close, or you will get dizzy and pass out. Why are you singing jump lyrics? Oh, wait, actually, why am I not?
Yeah, why were you doing the normal lyrics and I was doing the I don't know, I was really...
I was hardly singing normal lyrics.
Cowabunga! It's the Ninja
California
Turtles
roll.
Cowabunga collection.
Yeah!
We're actually in person. It has
Yes,
been,
we are!
It has been 3 years.
No more digital lying!
It has been 3 years since our last recording session. I think maybe just shy of like a week or two of 3 years. No, you've already hugged me,
Clemente.
please. No, okay, he's hugging me again.
I'm just gonna stay over here.
Yeah.
So how you guys
well,
doing?
you gotta hug
Everybody
Tim
okay?
too now. That's how that
I hope
works.
so.
You see
Like,
him like
you
every
deserve to
day,
be.
but you gotta do that too.
I don't
Oh
want...
my god.
I don't want Tim to just
I'm
witness
witnessing
something. I want him
exactly
to
what I've
feel
witnessed
it.
before.
Oh, well, I get to feel it now. I'm not just witnessing anymore. I'm
There you
feeling!
So
Oh,
we
man.
figured the first thing we would do when we get back is let me pick the game, which was a dangerous
Hell
thing to do.
yeah. Calm down.
Because we're actually going to do a double feature of Ninja Turtle games right now, but they're both going to be the same game. We're actually going to be playing. No, yeah, go over. You had on the right one.
Okay.
Yeah. We're going to be doing the arcade version of Turtles in Time. It's only 2-player on SNES. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually play a 3-player version of the arcade one, and then I'm going to lead Tim and Emil through the SNES one to see how they do. See if
And
we can get through
that's
it.
gonna be crazy.
However, we're not playing it like this. Go back.
Wait, what?
Go back.
Is there? Oh no.
You forgot a
You
setting.
were saving something.
You forgot a setting, Mr. Emil. Go
I
back.
don't know how to go back. Oh, there we go.
There you go. Quick game. Press the enhancements button. So, the Cowabunga collection, Digital Eclipse added a bunch of extra features. One of my favorite ones they added is called Nightmare Mode. Go on down to it. Toggles a mode in the arcade game that dramatically increases the number of enemies. It is hilarious. Press a button to
okay.
jump in, because normally the arcade games were locked in order. So player 1 was Leo, 2 was Mikey, 3 was Don, 4 was Raph.
How nice.
I have been asked, and I have politely accepted, to not pick Michelangelo, as he's my boy. So I've been bumped over to Raph, which my wife is probably very excited about.
Well, I've said that, I was saying that these are the turtles that we're most like. I'm most like Michelangelo, Tim's Donatello, you're Raph.
Yep.
You're the most legitimately cool and, you know,
Wow, that is a genuine compliment. I am surprised.
and like you do have a bit of a temper too, you know?
Yeah, but like that wasn't the one I was hesitating. I'm like, who's the most laid back? Like,
Plus, you're also the
Michelangelo?
best fighter, so
Oh, am I? Oh, wow.
I
guess I have more
that's my
energy than
headcanon that
Mikey
Raph is
though,
the
but
best
I'm just
fighter.
like, you know, I love to just have fun.
Ironically, Michelangelo's the better fighter of the 4, depending on which storyline you read. But anyway, these are the turtles we'll be playing as. So Mikey will be played by Chugga. Tim has picked Donatello, and I have been forced into Raphael. And winners don't use drugs.
And no one likes
Yes,
Leo
they
because he's
do.
fucking boring.
No, people like Leo.
Pizza power!
Fighting foot! Climbing out of sewers.
Let's attack
Fighting
aggressively.
No, using foot.
Dropping pizzas. Eating dropped pizzas.
Ooh.
Hanging out with our family. Fighting
Family?
foot.
I mean,
Turtles.
I guess.
Turtles in Time.
Pizza power. I won't sing along.
1991.
It's
The
im-
second Turtles game.
It's impressive
good
visuals
year.
for that time.
So set how many lives you want.
Oh, I did not press
Or
that.
skip that.
I see what you did there.
I forgot how awesome this
Wow,
intro is.
Krang.
Yeah, he just takes it.
And leaves.
Hey, Krang, bring that statue back.
If you know Jones' videos, you know that Shredder is just in the TV there. He's not actually like on TV at all. And when he
that's
leave,
right.
he just gets up.
Press the attack button to jump in. Don't move. Don't move. Do me a favor and don't move. This is my favorite feature of the game. If you wait around and do nothing, Splinter keeps sliding and says, hurry. Hurry. So arcade games have these built in case someone put coins in and left. If you just ignore it long enough, Splinter keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and you're like, hurry to. And then eventually it just,
Whoa! What?
So that's what a penalty bomb is.
that is a
Thanks,
penalty bomb.
Splinter.
It just kills you off.
Okay, so that's
so
that.
fix that.
That's
All right.
that.
So what button adds quarters? I don't know.
Start. It is the start button.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know.
Set it whatever number you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We might as well just take it.
I'm set mine to 64. All right, Nightmare Mode adds in a ridiculous amount of enemies, as you've probably noticed. So we are going to be
that was me
seeing
over there.
just how this goes. This one otherwise might go a little bit faster, so I might have slowed down this playthrough a bit, but I
that's
think
fine.
it's
We need
I
awesome.
thought we were just
We
gonna try it out, not actually play through the whole game like that.
Oh no, we are, baby.
Oh,
Let's
we
go.
are playing for the whole thing. Yeah, I'm in for this.
Let's go.
Alright, so my experience with Ninja Turtles is weird. I love the video games, but I've never watched the actual show.
wow.
That's surprisingly common, actually.
Yeah, I love the video games. I've seen the live-action movies, at least the first two, and I love both 1 and Secret of the Ooze. I've never watched 3. I've heard not to watch 3. I've heard that it's just...
Three's bad.
Yeah, it's like, as a movie, it's just cheesy. Like, you can watch it and you'll probably enjoy it, but like, as a follow-up to 1 and 2, it is not good.
Yeah, I've heard the animatronics suck. It's just not funny.
They went away from the Jim Henson company, of all
Yeah.
companies. So, yeah.
Bad move.
I don't know, maybe it was just a budget thing or something.
It was a budget thing. They were trying to cut the budget to see if they could make more money off of it, and then they ended up killing the movie franchise instead.
How wonderful.
Oops.
Ooh, hi there.
Oh,
wow, yeah, I don't want to mess with that.
Yeah, don't mess with Krang. Enemy 1, Baxter
Oops, I
Stockman
didn't mean
with
to
a
take that.
gun.
I heard Baxter Stockman was actually originally intended to be the villain of the second movie, though, but they felt like with technology at the time, they just couldn't really make it convincing. So that was why they brought back Shredder.
That's fair. Honestly, Shredder's still pretty cool, though.
Well, Super Shredder was awesome. Like, I really liked his appearance in that movie, and just, I mean, come on, he's just downright silly. It's great.
Oopsie.
You're stupid.
Okay, fine, the stupid infants.
I could have. Oh, that was you there.
Don't stick your, like, dick arm at me, come on.
No, that's the
well,
goo
you know.
gun.
Sounds like a Splatoon weapon.
Kinda, yeah. A hot goo gun, yeah.
I'm gonna wait.
There's the
glue
Gloomy Doolies, which are glue guns.
Owie.
He's dead.
Gotta watch
Booyah.
the bandanas.
And now,
You can tell
High
one of us
five.
is not playing.
Cowabunga!
we high five.
Maybe I'll grab a few more guns.
So depending on how many turtles you have, like you high five or not. So that's my favorite thing about this, the arcade one. If you're by yourself, you just jump up like yay, I did it. But everyone else high fives. It's such a neat little touch. There's so many. There's just so many. This is hilarious.
I love it.
Maybe I have done this before because this doesn't look as intense as I thought it would be, but maybe give it time and later on it will be.
Now, and there's just gonna be a
maybe.
lot of foot soldiers. That's all it is. I don't know what happened when they throw in the rock soldiers. That's gonna be the interesting part.
Oh.
It's gonna be really rock steady. These freaking boxing glove guys.
I mean, come on! How you gonna get me? Good answer. Good answer.
It's just movie quoting.
Yeah, I mean that's what happens when it's something that we kind of grew up with.
Times.
I guess when quarters are unlimited, this is a pretty good difficulty compromise now that I think
Yeah,
about it.
that's also why I did it.
wow,
Like just like when we did Battletoads, it's a case of like the difficulty's just gonna be like time. How long does it take us to get through it? So
And people
let's
say
just-
video games only became pay to win recently.
Well, of course, that's all arcade
well.
games were at that
Yeah,
point.
they were. I'll never forget the first time that I heard the word microtransactions. It was during the really embarrassing Sony E3 2006 conference, and I kept seeing like supercuts of it that people were making, and they were like, "We're going to have microtransactions, $599 US."
That's a lot of
I
dollars.
say, yeah, that's a bit more than a microtransaction at that point.
Yeah,
Macro transaction.
macrotransactions.
Exactly, a big transaction. I've already got
I don't even-
165 kills.
Wow, okay,
How
let's
can you
go.
see how many kills you've gotten?
That's what your
It's up
score
at the
is.
top of the screen, 97.
Oh, okay, 97.
The white number, yeah.
So
We're
Tim
like-
and I are pretty neck and neck then.
You two are neck and neck, and I'm 100 ahead of you.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, baby.
Almost.
Well, it's because like you grew up being like the Chuck Norris of arcades.
Oh, yes, exactly. That sure was what I was.
No, no, you're beyond that. You're even more so.
Beyond the Chuck.
No, dude,
Beyond
okay, no,
Thunderdome.
listen. I'll talk to you about games, and I'll talk about like something that I found like legitimately really hard, and you're like, I did that in my first try, and like I didn't even have my,
you know what?
and, like, I didn't even have my eyes open.
Hang on.
And
We
no, I'm
need-
not done. And then I didn't even have my eyes open, and then after I finished playing the game, I like went to the grocery store and I saw Chuck Norris, and I like shook his hand, and he started crying. I don't know what that was about.
For context, last night Emil tried the card game in Splatoon 3 for the first time and he lost the tutorial. So in case you're wondering what brought that conversation on suddenly, that would be it.
That's what talking to you about games is like whenever we're playing the same stuff.
Oh, have mercy.
God, I've been waiting to like say this stuff to you in
He's
person.
got a list. He's gonna break out like a book that he's written in.
All three of us.
The book of the mythos of how you are like in Chuck Norris.
I feel like we can be better than Chuck Norris. I like how that, like, Chuck Norris even wasn't the first version of those memes. It's just the one that stuck around the longest. Originally, they were Vin Diesel memes.
Oh.
That's how long ago that
yeah.
bit was. It was Vin Diesel, and then it became Chuck Norris, and that's the one that the internet grabbed onto more.
Well, he was just kind of like the TV exercise guy at the time.
Well, yeah, because Walker Texas Ranger was still in the air, I think, at that point.
Yeah, he was like always promoting like exercise programs and stuff, like in commercials.
Oh yeah, the home gym.
The Total Gym, yeah.
Yeah, we see that on. It's always on.
Stop whining. You're fine. You make it sound like I never feed you with how loud you're just like, ew! But you're fine. You have food in your dish. We love you very much. You can be on my lap if you even want.
He's probably just not used
yeah,
to
this-
us
Oh
all
yeah,
being here
we're sewer
recording
morning. Oh
again.
frick.
Yeah, forward to.
Time for my toes.
My toes.
My toes, my toes.
Mitosis.
Not quite, not quite.
Mixomatosis.
That's when you
Holy
have like
shit, there's so
multiple
many.
toes that hurt. You're like mitosis.
I mean, that's probably why there's so many foot soldiers anyways.
Wow. Man.
Man, you can.
What?
Oh, look
I'm
at
impressed.
this.
You can say things that aren't funny too.
What? You laugh, you asshole.
No, I laugh at things that aren't funny all the time. That's why I say things that aren't funny all
I
the
also
time.
wasn't trying to make a joke, I was just continuing the bit.
So we have like xenomorphs here in the sewers.
These are the pizza monsters, if memory serves.
Oh yeah, right. From the microwave, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oops.
You didn't
Oh, I
watch
thought
the
I
show,
found
but
them
you
back.
knew who they were?
Yeah, I know things about the show. I've just never watched it.
All right. Bunch of pizza monsters. There's a lot of pizza monsters!
That's a lot of pizza.
So many! This is awesome.
This is so awesome. It's making me hungry.
Yeah.
I'm banishing you to a
Oh, he's mind controlling us.
He's sending us through time because apparently he can do that.
That's a pretty.
250 million BC.
You know, being able to send us through time is a pretty good superpower to have.
We're in the
Very,
middle of a thought and everything, and you just cut your own idea off. I don't even remember what you were talking
very
about anymore.
advantageous.
Oh my god. Anyways, welcome to the dinosaur times. Welcome to the dinosaur
And
era.
apparently the Foot Clan existed that far back too. I guess he can send his own men back through time if he can send us.
Oh, he already sent them all through time to kill us. That's it. He didn't think we were just gonna die because of time travel. He just figured, oh, we gotta kill them too.
It's like the Gygas plan, where it's like, well, if you destroy the world in the past, there can't be a world in the future, you know?
I mean, it's sound logic. Butterfly effect and all that. Well, a bit more complex than butterfly effect, but yeah.
I do sort of think a thing that time travel stories like don't get right is that intentions are really powerful. Like, just because somebody like, you know, failed at doing something like their first time doesn't mean they're gonna give up on it forever, and they'd probably get to roughly that same point in their life anyway.
That depends on the person, though. If it's a person who has like a weak will, then they probably will actually give up on their first try.
When I was a kid, I was like that. I didn't want to like have to like practice and like be patient with getting good at anything. I just wanted to find the thing that I was inherently good at.
I mean, that is a thing of like ADHD. That's a thing for like a lot of people.
Yeah, my parents would always tell me like, Emil, you can be good if you practice. And I'm like, oh, practice cactus is what I used to always say.
Well, did you practice being a cactus?
I should have tried that. That would have been really easy.
No, I know you. You can't stand perfectly still.
I can lift my arms up for a long period of time. Ah! This is good, wow. I don't know if our controllers show up though, but it sounds like we're like spanking babies over here.
Wow.
What kind of babies are you spanking
Well-
that click?
I'm saying that like if you ever hear like professional Melee players like what their controllers sound like, it really sounds like that.
Why do you know what that sounds like to begin with? Not the melee thing. I meant the spanking babies thing.
I think you'd be more impressed that I'd been to a Melee tournament or like watched competitive Smash.
You've been to PAX. I know you've seen melee tournaments.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know why I know that like blood tastes like pennies. I just do.
Well, that's just by having tasted blood, and you can do that just by like cutting your tongue.
Well, yeah, but it also
cutting
means
your
I put
cheek.
money in my mouth at some point in my life, and I don't remember when I did it. But,
Oh, okay. You know what? Well, you're pointing out for me. You're saving me the effort here.
yeah, but like I don't know why I know that. I just kind of do, right? You know, you don't have to like.
You're the kind of
You don't
guy
have
who
to,
would
like,
actually try the taste
you
of a
don't have
penny.
to like see like. You don't have to see like the supernatural to know that it's real. You know, you just do. It's the same principle.
You know about that.
I don't know about that.
I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
No,
Holy
you're
cow!
definitely like a
okay.
trance at this point. This is just like all the energy from like us not recording in person, just like bursting all at once.
Man,
All the chugga-isms.
you ever notice how like wheels tend to spin?
You're not high. Nice
Yeah.
I've
try.
seen that sometimes. It's
John,
really
you're not
weird
being
that they
fair
do
to me.
Welcome to.
Yeah, wow.
Spooky Monster Man! I officially dub him Doe I missed.
Damn.
So I have a weird story about this guy in particular. Back when I was a kid, there was an arcade which had this game nearby, and I managed to play the game far enough to get to this boss. And I walked away from the machine for a second, thinking like, oh, I'm out of quarters because I can't play anymore. I found a quarter in my pocket and started walking back to it. But some kid walked up to the machine, and I was like, hey, come on, let's take on the boss together. He instead walked up and timed out my character, and then, which caused a game over, then walked away from the machine, even though I clearly had a quarter. Like, hey, come on, dude, I'm trying to jump back in. So I was just like, what an asshole. And that's why I've hated people since.
Asshole.
It's your tragic villain backstory.
Exactly. That's why I'm Raphael right now. And thus, we save prehistoric times from pizza dough.
Bada-bam.
And now we travel through time yet again, leaving the prehistoric era and landing on a boat!
Oh, yeah. I've seen screenshots of this in Nintendo Power.
Oh, this is Toka and Razar, isn't it?
Yes.
Toka
Yes.
and Razar! I like how they say Razar and Razar and like Toka and
Razar.
Taka like in the movie. Like they pronounce both of the names differently depending on the scene.
And just depending, they're covering their bases. I always like Toka and Razar. That was actually what I always preferred.
I think that's what April calls them.
Forgot the sun cream.
Oh no!
The sunscreen.
Yeah.
Be careful of hitting those boards that have little like pieces on them. Those will actually like launch you or break your nose.
Oh.
Oh, wow. It's like stepping on a rake.
Exactly. That's exactly what it's. Just watch.
Okay, sure.
There's like dynamite here.
Yep, that's a bomb. You can hit it to damage enemies around it.
Bomb! Oh, man, gets her in the balls, man. Right in the balls! That's what it looks like. He's holding them because they hurt because I punched them.
So wait, I get like commented on for what I said, but Tim doesn't get anything for that.
Well, I didn't even hear
Well,
what he said.
I don't know.
He said like his balls were hurting or something.
I said the foot soldier's balls were hurting.
Oh, okay, big
So,
big
yeah.
difference.
If you're kicking him in the nuts, then yeah.
Your balls weren't hurting, you just hurt someone else's balls.
Much different.
Yeah.
Much different circumstances.
Okay, I got a story for you guys.
Oh god, he got real excited for a second. Oh,
baby,
no, what
okay,
happened?
so I've been in physical training for a few years now.
Okay.
You know, and like they have me do all sorts of exercises that damn it, I thought I'd hit them. They have me do all sorts of exercises that I would totally never do on my own or even know about. And the other day they wanted to get my blood pumping before we got started, you know, as typical.
Okay.
And my trainer gave me a jump rope, and he was like, "Here, jump rope for like 60 seconds." And I'm like,
You've never jumped rope before, have you?
And he's just like, "Whoa, what's wrong?" Because like I've never like turned down an exercise before. And he goes, I just go, "I've never jump roped in my entire life." And he's just like, "You'll do fine, okay? You'll be good." So
I've seen you hula hoop. It probably went terrible.
I put the jump rope behind my head, swung it around once, it hit me in the back of the head, flung around and hit me in the crotch, and I fell over. In one swing, that was what it did. And then he went, "Okay, let's swing the rope around instead." It was really funny. Oh, Tim really needed that pizza.
No,
Flashing light
okay.
warning.
I wasn't even looking at my life bar for a second.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is really bad, unfortunately, but...
Yeah.
Oh, whatever.
It was just back in the day where they're like, "Ooh, more flashing lights."
I
means
mean,
more
someone
impressive.
talking about CRTs apparently also soften this blow. There they are!
Token Razor, my boys!
Ah,
Unironically, some of my favorite Ninja Turtle characters.
The babies!
I remember that a long time ago I saw a James Rolfe video where he was talking about going to a drive-in theater to see a double feature of the first two Turtles movies. And he had to go home in the middle of the second movie because it was like 1 in the morning. And he was doing a drive home and he had his radio still tuned to the movie to see like how long it could go, like before he lost the signal.
Yeah.
And he's driving down the highway at like 1 a.m., no sleep, with his like friends in the back seat. And he was saying that the signal was now overlapping with like some radio station, and so he heard like this pop song in like terrible quality interspersed with Shredder going, "Baby!" He said it was one of the funniest things in his life that he wished he had a recording of, but like the moment's gone and he'll never have it again. And
That's still really funny though.
It's really good. Like, oh my god, it was funny.
And there we go. That's the other one.
Yeah, I know that in the Super Nintendo you fight Bebop and Rocksteady on this level.
Yep. And they're dressed in pirate gear, which is fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
Dude, in Shredder's Revenge, I love the subplot of Bebop having a successful television career, and like every time you see a TV in like any stage, he has like a different show. Like in one, he's like a talk show host, another one, he's a chef. It's great.
All right. How you feeling about the game so far, boys? Because we're actually like 2/3 through it already.
Oh, it's a fun time.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, beat 'em ups are inherently a bit repetitive though, but it just feels good, and like the references to the stuff that I kind of know, I like it.
Bossa Nova.
I really should just watch the show. I get the feeling I'd love it.
You would. I like the original series is pretty cheesy. The 4Kids version was pretty good. A good mix of serious and cheesy.
I've heard that.
2012 is fantastic.
I've heard some people say that's their favorite superhero TV show.
Yeah, I mean, because, well, I don't think there's really been a bad version. Like, I haven't watched much of Rise, but those who did said it was also fantastic, even though it changed the nature of the group a lot.
Well, the next mutation.
Okay, you know what? I will stand up for the next mutation.
Really?
Yes.
Oh
I
my
will stand up for Ninja Turtles. I watched that entire run, I'm pretty sure, when it was out.
It was lost media for years.
Really?
Yeah, it was. There was like, I think there were only home media releases of it in like other countries.
Oh, you know what? Okay, that's fair. That might be the case there for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I didn't mind Venus. I mean, like, she was really soft-spoken and, like, really, like, I'm more zen than Leonardo. This is so Leonardo will finally get to do something in the plot. But, like, at the same time, like, the show was fine. Like, it had a bunch of things that kind of carried over to, like, the mainstay things. Like, I think that's where, like, Raph's, like, superhero or, like, vigilante persona started from. Mikey had a radio station that he would drive around and just do pirate radio shows.
That's cool.
Awesome. Like, he would drive around, like, the Turtles, like, Hummer and just, like, run a radio show. God, hell if I remember what Donnie and Leo were doing. And like half the storyline was trying to get Splinter back, because I think he had been, like, I forget if he actually been kidnapped or like his spirit had been kidnapped by Lord whatever Dracon or whatever.
I think I heard that in season 2 they were planning for like the plotline to be the Turtles getting through the death of a family member, and people thought it might be Splinter based on what they were saying.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the series have kind of hinted at that, and I think the comics have even actually gone to that.
Yeah, I've known that Splinter's
the
been...
IDW comic run right now is like incredible.
Oh wow, okay. I know that some continuities like imply that like Splinter has passed away.
Yeah. Yeah, I know like the current the current run of IDW actually has also put in a female turtle again, and a different character at that.
Ironically, I think that Leonardo would have like more to do if Splinter just wasn't there though, because I don't really get like why the Turtles like need a leader though, because I always saw them as 4 equals under Splinter.
I know. Well, it's because the whole point is that they're family in a way. Like, in family, you need someone who's at least focused if you're all working together. And let's be real, as much as I love Michelangelo, that boy ain't focused at all. Same with Raph in a way. He's just focused on pure anger, and Donnie's always just focused on science.
Raph kind of has like over-ambition as a problem, I feel.
Yeah, like this is the whole thing about like the CG Ninja Turtles movie that we watched, like TMNT. Like it's the whole point about like they all like kind of fill each other's gaps.
Leo had a good spot in that movie. It was the first time that I really felt for him though, because he was like trying to get the team back together and all that. Like I felt like that was a good storyline to do for Leo. That movie was pretty good, and I like that it's in the same continuity as the live-action movies. That was a nice touch, and you can tell the people making it were fans.
I hope someday they do a comic, or like not a comic series, a cartoon series or like a movie special on, I think it's called Ronin? It's of the last Ninja Turtle, because the others have been killed off, and the remaining turtle actually like goes out and just tries to get revenge and stop the Foot Clan, who basically took over. If you had to guess which turtle actually survived out of the 4 the longest in that series, who would you guess?
Let's say Donatello.
Tim?
I was gonna say Donatello also.
Michelangelo.
Oh,
Michelangelo is the one who ends up surviving the longest, and he ends up actually becoming. Like, I think it's Ronin. I think Ronin Turtle is what they call it, or something like that.
I guess you did tell me that canonically Michelangelo is sometimes the strongest.
Canonically, the problem is Michelangelo basically has ADHD, so he can't focus on things. But when you get him focused, that's when he does the most damage. Basically, in certain storylines, he tends to win the.
Ooh, wow.
what's it called? Like the Battle Nexus.
He does kind of have like a momentum thing going on. Like when he gets serious, he's nuts.
Yeah, like I mean, that's the thing too, because nunchucks are actually like a really hard weapon to use as well. They require like the most concentration, and he's the least focused, and he's become a master of that. So that's the whole logic behind it. He's actually got the hardest of the 4 weapons to use.
I always felt like Leo kind of had an unfair advantage with like how good his weapon is.
But yeah, so here's the thing, and someone broke this down in a way that I thought was really interesting. That's where the Michelangelo and the nunchuck thing came from. Leo actually does have the most powerful weapon. He's the only one that technically can cut. However, he has to use it to not cut people. Like he has to learn to not kill with it. That's his training.
Oh yeah, that'd be tough.
Raph, so sais are traditionally for defense. So Raph is supposed to learn how to use a defensive weapon as a very aggressive character. That's why he's literally learned how to impale people and like stab them with a weapon that normally is for disarming. And Donatello has a bow staff because he's so obsessed with technology. He had to learn the simplest things can sometimes be the best. So that hence a wooden stick. Like that breakdown, I always thought was like really brilliant,
cool.
like a great breakdown of the characters.
I like that. You bunga that cow.
Ah, the foot blues train.
Foot blues. That's like when you break your foot and it like changes color.
Foot blues. Can't even fit into
Next
my
up,
shoes.
the future of the year 2020.
Oh, bad year to go forward to.
Yeah, early, man.
Neon Knight Riders. Good
Welcome to
music.
the distant future of 2 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Good music though. 2020 was a decent year for music, I guess.
For music, sure, because some people had nothing else they could do.
Yeah. I think Ed Sheeran had an album come out that year that was really good.
Never took you as the Ed Sheeran type.
Yeah, and I believe it or not, I did not hear about him because he's playing a song in Pokemon Sword and Shield. I knew about him before that.
All right, you know what? I was going to give you some major points. I think I was going to notch you down a couple if that was the case.
No, yeah, I knew about him
that.
before that. I found out about him because they play his music at the gym a lot.
Ah, that makes way more sense.
I kind of wonder if them getting Ed Sheeran for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet was a direct response to people going like, by the way, you guys have like $82 trillion. How about you spend some of it on your video games? Like, I kind of wonder if it was a direct response to that. Like, okay, fine, we'll hire like a celebrity to like sing a song for us.
One song. That's all we get. That's all you Pokemon fans get. One song. Toby wasn't enough for you? All right, here we go. Ed Sheeran.
Here's an unpopular opinion. I don't like Toby Fox's song for Sword and Shield. I think it just sounds out of place and does not fit with the rest of the soundtrack.
But is it a good song?
I think it's okay. It was alright. I got kind of annoyed with the fanfare at the beginning of it after hearing it like 5 times in a row in the battle tower.
There's so many helicopters.
There's so many,
Yeah, I'm
like,
having
flying
trouble
all over the place.
like, focusing on what's going on. I'm having the true Michelangelo.
Take out the helicopters. Let's focus on them.
All right.
I'm guessing Krang also never appeared in the movies because it'd be hard to make him look convincing.
That too.
Kind of feel like that was the reason, because I know a lot of people were wondering, like, why the heck not Krang for Turtles 3?
Well, then, because here's the other thing too. Like, practical effects were used for like all the turtles and everything like that. And Krang literally has is a brain that has a robot suit that can change itself to any size it wants. That's kind of a hard thing to do practically. It's doable, but it would be a pain in the ass.
You might have to remove the size changing thing, except for like one scene at the end of the movie or something.
Yeah. Can you believe people can beat this game without like losing a continue?
Oh my god.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know how people do it. I guess they wouldn't be on nightmare mode, but if there's a nightmare mode 1cc out there, I want to see it because that sounds insane.
Nightmare mode 1 Chugga Conroy. We're already doing it.
Yep, there it is.
I really am back, huh?
Yep.
Oh. Ah, that's right.
You are held captive in a horrible purgatory called America.
Yeah, you just put that on its business card. A horrible purgatory.
All right. Oopsie.
Almost done.
Almost.
Almost there.
Yeah, his head explode.
Get out of here, sexy legs.
My legs!
My leg.
He just farted.
Yeah, I was trying to fix my
Right,
leg.
time to leave the distant year of 2020 and go to the even more distant year. 2100.
Ooh. Where no turtle has gone before.
AD
mean,
2100.
nobody
1
has
year
gone
off from
before.
all your base. Next year is gonna be an amazing year for video games.
I can't wait. Like, I'm so sad that we're not going to be alive when 80/20/101 happens, because there's totally going to be like some big event that somebody puts together for that.
Well, you might make it to
If we're lucky
Cyberpunk
enough that the Earth
2077.
survives to 2101, yeah. But yeah, no, I agree. I'm gonna make myself live forever so I can live to see all your base. That's it. That's what I'm planning to live for.
I always like wanted to like live long enough so that when a company says they're doing something like next century, I could live to the end of that century and then sue them for false advertising.
I'm gonna live to 80-2101 and be like, this is the year Cat shows up, and then everyone will be like, all right, Grandma, go back to bed.
Yeah.
We get it. We're gonna bring you back to the home now.
I have wondered if maybe the next generation won't like video games as much because anything your parents do isn't cool.
Well, I mean, as long as the parents like that are like letting them play video games are like, yeah, you can just do whatever you want. We're not gonna get mad if you don't play it.
Teleporting in here.
Then I think they'll probably be fine.
Man, this is nuts!
We're almost done
beautiful.
though, boys. This is the last fighting stage. This is the last belt stage. After this, the next stage is the final stage, and it's just a boss.
Okay. We died together.
But I didn't make it to 2101.
Oh.
Oh.
It's possible, I guess. I'd be like 111.
You would have to be one of the longest living humans for our generation to make it to
Possible.
2101.
I'm pretty healthy, you know. And I don't think I piss off people enough for someone to want to kill me.
For myself, I won't. I definitely have pissed off enough people.
Like, I mean, I've pissed off people, but I don't feel like I, like, bother people that much. Famous last words.
Yeah. And here comes Emil's enemies list, just out of nowhere.
Oh, got flattened for the first time. Those are insta-kill, aren't they?
I forget. I think they just do a lot of damage.
They do.
Yeah, I took a lot of
good bit of damage there.
Okay, let's see that.
Wow, look at that.
It knocked me down, but it didn't flatten me, and I took it out.
Yeah.
Bomb.
Do that more often.
Being able to flatten a turtle shell is impressive.
It is a heavy boulder. In the year 2100, very heavy things exist. The future!
Future is very heavy.
The future is very heavy. We made it to space, but everything's heavier now. What? The planet's smaller, though. Doesn't make any sense.
Is there a problem with the Earth's gravitational pull?
Oh, wow, that was unlucky.
That was awesome.
That was really unlucky.
Nice landing, though.
So metal.
I'm happy you're home.
This is not my home. I'm here. I'm at your home.
It could be. Tim moved in. Why not
I'm
you?
not moving to the States. I'm staying in Canada. If I can help it.
I was about to be like, what have they got that I don't, but...
Universal health care.
People who know how to frickin' relax.
People who know
how to relax. My wife.
I could replace that.
No.
What? No, you can't replace that.
No, I can't, no. Reese, we love you.
Yes, we do.
We love you. We've been
Sorry,
talking
babe.
about you in a positive way.
Love you, but I miss you.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, look at this
Krang in
thing.
the saucer. Ooh, he's constipated on the TV.
He's just trying to control it.
The turtles are making me poopy.
He keeps like doing stretches with like invisible like exercise stretchies.
Oh, he's pooping. He's pooping eggs.
With your
And
toilet.
there we go. Krang is done.
That hole's our way home. Let's go.
Hop into the TV. It's leading us home.
That's kind of meta that television is their home.
Back to the TV.
Technodrome. Oh
The
boy.
year 1991.
Ooh.
Final shell shock.
It's time to fight Shredder.
The Shredder.
It was a shell of a good hit. Too derivative.
It's fucking ripped, dude.
It's a super Shredder. It's really not.
It's
like the
regular
video
Shredder.
Yeah, it's
game
regular
pianist.
Shredder.
It's Shredder with a sword.
Super Shredder did eventually make a game appearance though.
Oh, he did, and you'll be
Eee,
encountering
I got
him
greedy.
today.
Huh.
He actually made a couple appearances.
Yeah, he was, I think, in Shredder's Revenge too.
Yep.
That was so fun, like that coming out when you were here and us playing it together.
No, that was a good time. We should do Shredder's Revenge at some point. It's not currently on the schedule. Like, do you want to just do that with just the three of us, or do you want to get more people involved? It's got online, and online's not terrible.
I don't know, we could try it sometime. I do like Turtles Arcade, it's fun.
Damn right.
But you almost got him. Who's gonna get the killing blow on Shredder?
Probably you.
I don't know. I think I've been missed on most of the boss kills. I'm definitely winning in score though overall.
Oh hell yeah.
643 to 436 to 403.
Oh no, he got me! Oh, ah!
I like how
geez.
like the baby turtle looks around and is like, huh? Oh god! And
Wait, he's. Oh god, jeez.
well, we murdered a man, cowabunga.
Without honor.
Who got the kill?
I think Tim did actually.
Oh.
Yeah!
Come to Arkville and Shredder.
Wow, flex that.
I like how Splinter's just out in public in this group of people.
No one
and nobody
cares.
bats
Well,
an eye.
bye, Raph. You just get knocked off the ship. We don't need you anymore.
Oh man.
We just
Okay.
push Leonardo off because he didn't do anything.
And that's Turtles in Time, the arcade game. What'd you think?
Nice.
Without Leonardo.
I love this game.
Yeah, this is so fun. I've played it before, like at PAX.
Same.
1 year.
Yeah, I figured you guys would enjoy it. Like, it's a good, fun time. We get to play it multiplayer. 3 of us here. But now the pain begins. Because now, we're switching over to the SNES one. The SNES one is just going to be you two playing, because it is only 2-player. And I have beaten it many a time. So let's see how well you two fare this time around.
Is it really that different?
Yeah.
Well, I know it has
actually.
more content, but you can't, yeah.
I would argue it's different enough.
Huh.
I'm curious to see how you two feel about the differences. The reason I wanted to do this one and that one was to show the contrast and the differences in there. Plus, I wanted to see how you feel about it, and I just wanted an excuse to play Nightmare Mode.